Whoa, welcome back to my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Well, folks, this is why the NFL is king and the NBA is princess. Two great games right here, folks. Two great games. I don't know which one we want to talk about first. And I want to talk about something that's going to be the kicker. Let's first talk about the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Kansas City won this game, and of course, Buffalo lost this game. So the GOAT debate is upon us. And I'm going to have to prepare my notes if Kansas City wins in the Michael Jordan of football. Mahomes wins this. I got to start preparing my notes. I already got them to what I'm going to say. So it's not going to be that hard. Actually, it's going to be easy. And I think a lot of people will use my material on this GOAT debate. You know, and some of my subs, they've heard some of the material I'm going to use. So if you hear anybody else using this material, let me know. And I will let you know also if I hear anybody, because I hear a lot of people stealing my stuff and don't give me no credit. But Josh Allen, you didn't get the job done, man. It doesn't matter how you played, good or bad. You played a good game. You didn't play a Lamar Jackson game. You didn't fumble. You didn't throw an interception. You did not get the job done. You failed. All the Josh Allen fans and the Buffalo Bill fans, I don't want to hear nothing about it. You lost, you lost, you lost. And I'm not going to give you the same smoke as Lamar Jackson because he played a great game. But he lost, folks. He didn't make it to the Super Bowl. To me, you would need to come in this game and blow this team out. And I know Josh Allen can't do all of this by himself, but this is what Buffalo would need to do. Come in this game and open it up. Now, my predictions were that Kansas City would blow this out and just open this game up. And I thought they had a chance in the beginning before Patrick Mahomes fumbled that ball. Looks like they were going to go up 14. I mean, so it's not even guaranteed that they would have, blew it out. But I thought because, they couldn't get to Lamar Jackson in the last game, the Buffalo Bills line, and Josh Allen really didn't have a good passing game against the Ravens. I thought, and Kansas City was at home, I thought this was an opportunity that Kansas City would try to open this thing up and blow it out. But that did not happen. We saw what happened on the fourth down and inches. These are the consequences, guys. These are the consequences, because if they would have went for the field goal, the game would have been tied at the end of the day. And that's what these teams do now. They want to live and die by this stuff, and if it doesn't work out in these big games, there's no turning back. There's no other games to play. So I thought they had a chance to stop Mahomes. I thought this was going to be, but it wasn't to be, folks. And Buffalo didn't win this game. So we got to give some type of smoke to Josh Allen. Like I said, not the same smoke as Lamar Jackson, and nobody will give Josh Allen that type of smoke. But the smoke will be, you can't beat Mahomes. That's just how it is. You can't beat Patrick Ewing couldn't beat Michael Jordan. That was the smoke. And all the other guys in the East, Charles Barkley, Dominique Wilkins, they couldn't beat Michael Jordan. So they got the same smoke. And Reggie Miller, some of these games, they went to game 7s and stuff like that. They got the smoke. They couldn't beat Michael Jordan. And that's about it, folks. It's really not too much smoke to give Josh Allen, because, like always, he plays a good game. He's not like Lamar, where he's just coming up big short and, has fumbles and interceptions and all these crazy things. But I just don't know, folks. I just don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me something. As for the Eagles game, that pick was wrong, obviously. I thought that Jaden Daniels could control that game like he's been controlling all the playoff games, and they would be able to win. And that I think they could focus more on Saquon Barkley and maybe slow down the Eagles. It wasn't. It wasn't nothing like that. They couldn't stop Barkley. Jalen Hurts was killing that zone. And this is the thing, folks. When you have a running quarterback and he can throw, the zone is trash. The zone will get 8 up every time. The zone is for a quarterback like, Peyton Manning, maybe Tom Brady, and things like this. Or players like that. Quarterbacks like that. It's not for running quarterbacks. You can't play that zone. You got to adjust. And that's what Buffalo was playing. They was playing man-to-man. And that's why the game was so close. Because they know they could not play a zone on Patrick Mahomes. He will eat that up all day. So they never gave Jaden Daniels a chance to even control the game. At some points in time, it looked like he could, even though they were always down. But the Washington defense just wasn't there. It was a good Cinderella story. Just like the Detroit, they had a good Cinderella story coming in from last year, coming into this season. From last year, coming into this season. And the Cinderella story ended. We told you Jared Goff, to me, he had to win the Super Bowl. or was bust because he had already been to the Super Bowl and lost. But he never made it to the Super Bowl. Now we talk about Patrick Mahomes and Hurts. Now, when we look at this Eagles team, is it a better Eagles team than the last one that went to the Super Bowl? Because that was a great great Eagles team. We don't know. We know it was one play away from winning the Super Bowl. It was that close. And we know that they couldn't stop Jalen Hurts. And they were up. They were playing pretty good in that game. And Kansas City came back. So we'll see what happens there. It was pretty clean game between Kansas City and Buffalo. I did think on that last drive, when they got that first down and then the face mask, I'm like, why'd you face mask? These guys do stupid stuff at the wrong time. Like I said, these things happen all game. But when the game is on the line, fourth quarter, last couple possessions, you can't be doing stupid stuff like this. It makes no sense. So like I said, I don't know which Eagles team is better. Some people say this Eagles team because they got Saquon Barkley. And they might be right. But I'm not too sure. We'll see what happens. Sometimes we forget how good that other. I think they lost one game, right? I think they lost one game that year. And when they went to the Super Bowl, they lost one game, if I'm not mistaken. So that's what I'm going to say. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, they called timeout on the last play that Buffalo had when they went for it on fourth down. I think Kansas City called timeout. It went to commercial, and the commercial was all these Kansas City players on this Dorito commercial. And I said, okay. And then at the end of the commercial, it said, vote Doritos for best Super Bowl commercial. And I'm like, wow. Wow. Now, you can make of it what you want, but come on, man. Come on now. Come on. That's the commercial you put up on the last play of Buffalo on fourth down? That's crazy, folks. Something don't seem right, and this is why I don't bet on sports. And let's see if that will be all over social media tomorrow. So that's all I'm going to say. It was a pretty clean game. And like I said, Josh, I told you guys the storyline for me, the better storyline for me that I thought would be a better storyline going into the Super Bowl. Of course, Mahomes going for a three-peat and Jaden Daniels, a rookie. Now, that didn't happen. And I was thinking, you don't want the Eagles back in there and losing back-to-back Super Bowls. Not actually back-to-back, but, them going two times and losing recently. So, I don't know, man. Let's see what kind of performance they put on. It looks like Kansas City, it's going to be hell for them to stop Saquon Barkley. It really is. They couldn't stop Little Cook. He was doing whatever he wanted. But to me, the NFL, this is what they want. They want this GOAT debate to start. The NBA GOAT debate is fake. It's so fake they have to lie. That's the problem. They have to lie about history. They have to destroy their own past players. They have to lie about players. They have to do all this just for an actual GOAT debate. To make it seem like it's real. To make everybody idiots. Well, the people who don't know basketball. To make them idiots. Which are the LeBron fans. And there's paid participants in the whole LeBron James, the media, to create a GOAT debate. The worst GOAT debate ever. Like I said, at least give me Kareem. We can have a GOAT debate. Give me Wilt Chamberlain. Because, look, I don't think it's just based on championships. That's foolish. See, the LeBron James fans will always tell you, man, just ain't about championships. Okay? You can't have a GOAT debate with a guy that ran to other people's teams to win championships with other number ones. You can't be a leader of other number ones. You can't win championships as a leader with other number ones, right? While running to them. You can only win a championship amongst other number ones. Now, you were just another number one amongst other number ones that won a championship. I mean, that right there eliminates you from the GOAT debate. It eliminates you. And your lack of greatness as far as leading the league in statistical categories too, it means your lack of greatness. Amongst other things. I'm just saying. But this will be a real GOAT debate. This is what the NFL wants. A real GOAT debate. The NFL, I mean, don't you think people on ESPN, Fox, let's talk about LeBron James. He has no great positional skills, no great offensive, no great offensive skill set. no great defensive skill set. These things like this. No hustle, no leadership, no determination, no nothing. No dominance in statistical categories, nothing like this, folks. So this GOAT debate between Brady and Mahomes, I think it's premature, but it's something we can talk about. They can talk about Mahomes' dominance already. I would say this is, I want to say early in his career, I think he's probably halfway now through his career. So in him being able to dominate Josh Allen in, Lamar Jackson like this is incredible. Whether being at home winning or going to Buffalo and winning, doing these things, folks. It's like Michael Jordan dominating, he made Charles Barkley leave the East. He made Shaq lead the East. He dominated Patrick Ewing in the East. Dominated Gerald Wilkins in the East. Reggie Miller in the East. LeBron James didn't do that, folks. He didn't do that on the way winning championships, dominating the East like that, as a leader. As a number one franchise player, only on his team as a leader. He never did that. So this GOAT debate will be good. It will be great if it happens. We don't know if it happens. Maybe Hurts will be the GOAT debate stopper. That would be great. I mean, that would be something on Hurts' resume. That would be great. But on the other hand, him going 0-2 in the championship game is not going to be good on his resume. It will be something maybe like Karl Malone. He went 0-2 against Michael Jordan in the finals. His career is still young, but the NFL, it changes the most of any professional league, I think. And that's what makes Mahomes so great if he keeps winning or if he wins his championship, because it just keeps changing. You don't know who he's going to play. You see teams that go to the Super Bowl, they don't even make the playoffs the next season. So we'll see what happens, folks. You guys tell me what you think.